Everyone, it's Rogo. Today's episode, we're going to talk about something that separates the sales teams who consistently close good deals from the ones who spin their wheels on bad fit prospects. We're going to break down three popular sales qualification methods: BANT, CHAMP, and MEDDICC. And we're going to talk about how to use each one, when to use them, and how marketing can actually help you win by using these tools correctly. So, why does qualification matter? Here's the thing. If you don't have a structure to how you qualify prospects, then you're going to waste time on the wrong opportunities. You're going to end up talking to people who don't have the authority, the need, or the urgency. So let's start from the beginning with the simplest framework: BANT. BANT stands for budget, authority, need, and timing. This is the original old school qualification model. It's a checklist approach. The kinds of questions you want to ask are: do they have the budget? Am I talking to someone who has the authority to make the decision? Do they have a need for what I'm selling? And is the timing right? So when does BANT make sense? This framework works really well for low to mid complexity products or services and very short sales cycles. For example, think about selling a cloud-based CRM subscription to a 50-person marketing agency. You can get those 4 answers in 1 or 2 conversations. They have $12,000 a year allocated. The marketing director can sign off. They need a lead tracking tool. And they need to be live before a trade show in 90 days. BANT is fast, simple, and efficient, but it's also rigid. It doesn't explore what's really driving the purpose. CHAMP. CHAMP stands for challenges, authority, money, and prioritization. I'd like to say that this is BANT's more evolved buyer-centric cousin. Instead of leading with budget, you start with what's hard for them. The kinds of questions you might want to ask are: what's blocking your team from reaching their goals? Who will be responsible for making the final call? What resources are available to fix this? And where does this fall in your list of priorities? So when does CHAMP make sense? It's perfect for consultative sales and scale-up companies selling solutions that need some discovery before pricing comes up. Here's an example. Let's say you sell AI-powered document review software to a mid-sized law firm. Their paralegals are drowning in manual review, and that's the challenge. They introduce you to the managing partner who has authority. The firm budgets $200,000 a year for efficiency tools. That's the money. And they need it in place before their annual audit, which makes it a priority. Now, this method takes a little bit longer on the front end, but it builds trust and gets you aligned with the real pain that they're trying to solve. And now MEDDICC. Let's level up to the most sophisticated framework. MEDDICC, when does it make sense? MEDDICC is used for large, complex enterprise deals where you might be selling to a buying committee, but not a single person. It stands for metrics, economic buyer, decision criteria, decision process, identifying pain, champion, and competition. This one goes deep. You're not just qualifying, you're mapping the entire decision landscape. So what kinds of questions should you be asking? What business results or metrics will prove this investment was worth it? Who owns the P&L for this decision? What specific criteria will you use to evaluate vendors? How will the decision be made, and who's involved at each step? What pain are you trying to solve? Who inside your company will champion our solution? And of course, who else are you considering? So where does MEDDICC fit in best? This is for multi-million-dollar enterprise software deals. Think ERPs, cybersecurity platforms, or anything with a 9-month procurement process. Here's a quick example. You're selling a cloud-based ERP platform to a Fortune 500 manufacturer. You need to show you can reduce costs by 20%. You know the CFO is the economic buyer. The decision criteria are compliance, integration, and scalability. The decision process involves demos, RFPs, and board approval over 9 months. Their pain? An outdated ERP that's 12 years old. You build a champion relationship with the VP of operations. And you know SAP and Oracle are also in the running. This framework takes patience and discipline. But when you're closing 7-figure deals, you can't wing it. So where does marketing actually come in all of this? Here's the kicker. Marketing is the unsung hero in all 3 frameworks. For BANT, marketing warms up leads with simple campaigns that collect basic information about budget and timing. For CHAMP, marketing creates case studies, webinars, and content that surfaces challenges before a sales rep even gets a call. And for MEDDICC, marketing is running account-based campaigns, publishing analyst reports, and creating tools that shape the decision criteria months before the procurement even starts. So here's the bottom line. BANT is fast and simple. CHAMP is consultative and customer first. MEDDICC is enterprise level and strategy heavy. The key is matching the framework to your product or service complexity, your deal size, and your target buyer. If you're a founder, a sales leader, or even in marketing, think how these frameworks can help you focus on the right deals, not just more deals. Thanks for tuning in today. If you want to dive deeper, make sure you're following the Marketing Phoenix podcast on LinkedIn, Buzzsprout, and YouTube. Until next time, keep your deals smart, not just busy.